Hey guys, it's Guy. So for today I'm going to go ahead and show you guys this holiday makeup look. It's very glowy, very blush on the cheeks, very colored. Glossy lip, you get an option between a matte and a gloss, so stick around for those two different looks. It's definitely been a while. It's been such a journey at the moment to go ahead and get my things together, but I'm so super glad to be back and filming for you guys. Oh, before I almost forget, this is my newest member of the family. This is Chester. Hi Chester, say hi baby. Oh, thank you for the kisses. We have 4 Pomeranians now, and this is our newest boy. So he's a little cutie. He's such an excitement and lovable little guy to our lives. I hope you guys really enjoy this tutorial and enjoy. Alrighty guys, let's go ahead and get started. First thing I want to do is prime my skin. So going with the Smashbox Photo Finish Primer. It has a green tint to it to go ahead and cancel out any redness I have within the skin or any blemishes, to go ahead and control that. I'm applying some towards the tip of my fingers and just warming that into the skin. Once the primer is done, I'm going to go ahead and use the Anastsia blush in the contour kit in the shade Warm Coral to go ahead and cancel out any darkness I have within my features or under eye area. I'm going to go ahead and just apply with my finger. To go ahead and conceal that redness and give us a little bit more coverage, I'm using the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer in the shade Light Neutral. Applying just to the under eyes as well towards the lid. I don't want a heavy conceal, but just enough to brighten up that area. Now to blend that into the skin, I'm using the Rio's Technique Beauty Sponge, and this is the Ultra Large Beauty Sponge. Now that the concealer is all ready to go, I'm going to go ahead and give myself a full coverage using the Kat Von D Lock-It Tattoo Foundation in the shade Medium 58. I like to give myself a full coverage with a matte finish because I am oily. I like to pump at least 2 at the back of my hand and begin to dot this around my skin just to give myself an even coverage around the skin area. Now to buff in the foundation, I'm using the Image Skincare Flawless Foundation Brush in the number 101. Going to quickly set the foundation, I'm using the original RCMA Makeup No Color Translucent Powder, and I'm applying that with the Damn Beauty Blender again, just to give myself a good pressure and smooth, flawless finish within the skin.
Fill me out with your smile.
Now going back with any large face brush, I'm going to go ahead and use any excess I have of that powder and just set everything once again. To begin sculpting and structuring my face, I'm going to go ahead and use the Tarte Contour Wheel. And this is one of my favorite products to go ahead and contour with because it has everything you really need within the palette. Using my favorite contouring brush, this is the NARS Kabuki Eater brush. I'm going to go ahead and grab this light brown tone shade right here and then this cool tone deep shade very lightly. And I will begin to apply right under the cheekbones and work my way up slowly, just feathering this upwards to give a nice transition up into that cheekbone. Going back with this light tone shade right here, I'm going to go ahead and use that to contour my nose and the top corners of my hairline. It's going to go ahead and ensure that the contour is not too strong and not too orangey, but has a cool tone brown to it, just enough shade to go ahead and give a sculpted look. Make like a V for more bulbous nose, and then tour the sides to give a more skinnier appeal. And bring it down very, very light. I also want to devolumize the appearance of my chin here, so I will contour that as well. And then going back to that deeper shade right there with the brush and contouring my jawline. To go ahead and give myself some color towards the cheeks and a bit of blush while using the Tarte Color Rio Amazonian Clay Blush Palette. And I love this palette because it gives you multiple varieties of shades of blushes and on different skin types, variety from fair to deep. And I normally, for my type of skin tone, I like to use a little bit of a cool tone and a medium tone to go ahead and give myself some color, but not too much. And to apply, I'll be using the Sephora Stippling Diffusing Brush as well. Now to give myself a nice glow during the holiday season or any type of makeup I'm going for, I like to go in with the Anastsia Beverly Hills Glow Kit in the shade Sun Dip. So sadly I had a little accident with this color right here, Moonstone, but regardless, I still love it, and I want to go ahead and use the Morphe 501 brush to go ahead and give myself a nice natural glow. Or you can just exaggerate your highlights, which is preferred. Taking Summer and Moonstone together, I want to go ahead and mix these two together. Tap off the axis for not too much intense fallout. Go ahead and begin the glow. So I went from natural glow to I can't stop myself, so we're gonna roll with this amount of highlight and we're gonna glow to the gods. Before I do go ahead and start with the eye, I like to go ahead and start with the brows. For my brows, I don't use any type of product really. I just use this drugstore brow powder and whatever matches my hair color. I'll be using this Jcat professional makeup brush, and this is an angled brush in the number 20. I'll be grabbing this middle shade right here and beginning at the start of my brow. Honestly, just beginning at the bottom of my brows, I'm gonna work my way up and give myself an outline to know where I can go ahead and fill in the rest. So only using the light middle shade at the start of my brows and then working my way down to the tail. And I'll be using that to fill in with the darkest color. So for now, I'm just making light hair strokes to give the illusion of hair. Alright, now that the brows are done, I'm really excited to finally use Anastsia Beverly Hills Prism palette. And this is one of my favorite palettes for the holiday season. If you haven't already seen this palette, it's beautiful. It has 14 beautiful shades, 14 beautiful unique shades for the holiday as well. So starting off with this palette, I want to go ahead and take Unity first onto the crease and give myself a good nice transition color to work with. Blend that shade out, I'm using the Estee Lauder 11E eyeshadow blending brush. In windshield wiper motions, I'm just going back and forth into that crease line and maybe dragging it all the way up to the brow bone. Now taking the actual brush from the palettes, I'm using in the shade Eden. I'm using this corally shade right here. I'll begin to work that into the crease again, and this time slowly and lightly blending it upwards, just enough to give us some color around that crease. Now taking Saturn again with that brush, I'm going to go ahead and lightly apply it towards the crease in that same area, just to give ourselves a little bit more color. And you want to maintain this color because it is such a more deeper, cooler tone. a little bit more lower on the crease line and not drag it so high up to give ourselves still that transition shade. Now grabbing Lure with that same brush, and it's alright if some of the pigment from Saturn has on the brush, that's okay. It will be easier to blend a little bit more. So applying that with the same brush, a little bit tapping onto that product, and begin to apply it towards the outer corner and the inner corner of the eye. Now mixing a little bit of Saturn in parallel together on that same brush, and repeating that process just a little bit more on a specific area of the eye and halo that out. Now going back with that same tapered brush, taking a little bit, make sure it's a little bit, just a tad bit, a little bit. I'm taking a little bit, I don't even want to pronounce this, but taking a tad bit of this deeper shade right here, applying that and blending into the outer corner. Now using the more defining side, I will be applying Eternal, a spritz of MAC Fix Plus. I will be applying that towards the middle of the lid. This will give a more metallic sheen to the middle lid and especially the eyeshadow. To give my eyes more pop, I'll be using this Jcat Holographic 3D Eye Trooper liquid eyeshadow, and this is in the shade Pinch Me Peachy. So applying just a little dot towards the middle, going back with that Anastsia defining brush and begin to just pack it on towards the middle of the lid. And so on that brush, I'm going to use my finger. Going back with the tapered brush by Anastsia, it's alright if you have the deepest shade still on the brush, that's alright. We're going to take some of Parallel this time and a little bit of Saturn, begin to apply this right at the transition between the dark color and the holographic eyeshadow. Now taking a Morphe defining brush, I'll be applying Lucid towards the tear ducts of the eyes. Now going back to the Anastsia Beverly Hills Glow Kit in the shade Sun Dip, I'll be using that Morphe I use on the tear duct of the eyes, and I will be applying Summer and Moonstone towards the inner tear ducts again, just to give a more nice subtle pop. Now taking another Morphe defining brush, I'll be taking Dimension and applying that right towards the inner corner of the lower lash line. My MAC Fix Plus for a metallic payoff. And going back with that same brush again and using this purple tone right here. This is not a new product, but this is something new to me. I've never tried before, and I've always seen it, but I always wanted to try it. And this is the Decay 24/7 Glide On Pencil in the shade Provision. My absolute favorite liner that I've loved and dries matte and such a nice dark color is the Italia Deluxe eyeliner, waterproof with vitamin E in black, and this is one of my favorite now. I totally replaced again with every product of liner that I used to have. and then smoking the outer corner just a tad bit to make more of a smoky appeal. I will curl my lashes and apply mascara off camera as well, applying my favorite Huda Beauty in the shade Scarlett. Beginning with the lips, I'm using the MAC liner in the shade Stone, and this is my absolute favorite liner to go ahead and ombre or make my lips appear more bigger. I'm going to go at an angle and begin to lightly draw on into the outer line of my lips. Now to fill out the empty space in my lips, I'm using the Too Faced Melted Matte in the shade Cool Girl, and I'm going to use this to ombre the lips. Now I do have a gloss stored in mind, but you can go ahead and just finish this right here. This is the complete look if you do want a matte finish. If you do like a wetness towards your lips and a sheen and a glossy look, then you can go ahead and use the Sephora High Shine in the shade Perfect Nude number 4. So here we go. This is the complete look with the shine on the lips and a glossy feel towards this whole look. Everything about this look is very glossy, shine, highlight, glowy, and it's just perfect for the holidays if you want a nice coral time fall season look. Keep it very cool in the under eyes. Not too much contoured, but yet enough to give a nice glowy finish and smooth appeal towards this makeup look. I hope you guys truly enjoyed this. Thank you guys so much for coming on this little journey with me for this holiday edition makeup look, and I hope you guys really enjoy it. Please leave a comment down below, give this a thumbs up, and I love you guys so very much. Bye guys.